All right, deep dive listeners, buckle up, because today we're going head-to-head, ultimate animal battles. That's what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, we're diving into some serious versus action today.
And our main contender, none other than the tiger.
One of the world's most iconic predators, no doubt.
But we're pitting it against, well, a whole bunch of other animals. Some you'd expect, some not so much.
It's all about exploring what makes each animal unique, Their strengths, their weaknesses, how they evolve to survive.
Right, because let's be honest, a tiger probably wouldn't pick a fight with, say, a polar bear in the wild. Different habitats and all that.
Exactly. But that's where the fun comes in. We get to use our imaginations a bit, apply what we know about these animals.
See how those adaptations might play out in a, shall we say, hypothetical showdown.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe we'll even learn something new along the way.
So, to kick things off, got to start with the classic, right? Tiger versus lion, king of the jungle versus, well, the striped apex predator of Asia.
Yeah, the age-old debate. Now, most people jump to size and strength.
And it is true, tigers are often bigger, heavier than lions.
But one thing that really stood out to me in the research was the hunting styles, Big difference there.
Oh yeah, the tiger, the lone wolf, the solo hunter extraordinaire.
While lions, they've got the pride, the teamwork thing going on.
Has to make a difference in a fight, right?
Oh, absolutely. Tigers are like masters of efficiency, stealth, ambush, taking down big prey on their own. Lions, on the other hand.
Yeah, they're all about coordinated attacks. Strength in numbers, right?
You got it. So, if we're talking one-on-one, that solo hunting experience the tiger has, that's got to be a serious edge.
Like they've been training for this their whole lives.
Exactly. And there's a reason tigers evolved to hunt alone. Think about their habitat, dense forests, jungles. Not much room for a whole pride to maneuver in there.
Makes you wonder, if a lion got separated from its pride, wandered into tiger territory.
Let's talk about out of your element.
Yikes. Not a good situation to be in. All right, sticking with the big cats for a minute, let's move on. Tiger versus leopard.
Ooh, another interesting one. Both agile, both stealthy, but some key differences there too.
Well, right away, the leopard's climbing ability. Amazing.
Trees are their domain, hunting, hiding, you name it.
So, are we picturing this fight in a dense forest then?
Yeah.
Leopard darting between trees, trying to use that to its advantage?
Could be a very dynamic fight, that's for sure. The tiger would have to watch out for those aerial attacks, be ready for anything.
But in the end, wouldn't size and strength still be the deciding factors? I mean, tigers just pack so much more power.
True. The leopard's agility and climbing might give it an initial edge, but yeah, direct confrontation. Tiger's raw power would probably be too much.
Like a lightweight boxer going up against a heavyweight champ. Just not a fair fight. Okay, let's throw in a curveball. Tiger versus white tiger.
Now this isn't about different species really, more like a variation, but with some fascinating adaptations.
Yeah, those white tigers, built for the snow, right?
Thicker fur, amazing camouflage.
So picture this, snow-covered landscape, the white tiger blending right in. Bengal tiger, sticking out like a sore thumb.
Huge advantage for the white tiger, especially in those colder environments. Shows you how evolution works, favoring those best suited to their surroundings.
Not always about raw power, is it? Sometimes it's about being in the right place at the right time with the right adaptations.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, ready for some heavyweight contenders. We've got a whole lineup of animals coming up that could give the tiger a run for its money.
All right, welcome back to our ultimate tiger showdown. We've seen it take on other big cats, but now we're getting into some serious heavy hitters.
Yeah, time to up the ante. These are animals that could really give the tiger a run for its money in terms of sheer size and power.
First up, we're heading way up north. Think icy landscapes, frigid temperatures.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Where are we going?
The Arctic, tiger versus polar bear.
Ooh, that's a matchup I didn't see coming. You're right, talking about heavyweights.
And right away, you see the challenge, right? Two apex predators, totally different environments.
It's like we're taking the tiger, dropping it in the polar bear's backyard.
Exactly. And the polar bear, it's built for this, massive size, that thick blubber for insulation, the strength.
The tiger, on the other hand, it's used to jungles, heat, using stealth to hunt. I can't even imagine how it would approach a polar bear in that environment.
Yeah, all the research I've seen really points to the environment being a huge EE factor here.
Well, yeah. The tiger's strength, its speed, the claws, those powerful jaws, it wouldn't be nearly as effective in the Arctic.
Cold temperatures, icy terrain, it all works against the tiger's natural hunting abilities.
And let's not forget the size difference. We're talking about polar bears that can weigh over 1,500 pounds. That's almost double the size of even the largest tigers.
It's a classic David and Goliath situation, but without the slingshot.
So, are we saying the polar bear takes this one, hands down?
I think so, yeah. Polar bear's size, its power, and that home field advantage. It's just too much for the tiger to overcome.
Makes you realize even the most fearsome predators have their limits.
It's all about adaptation, isn't it? Being in the right place with the right tools for the job.
Okay, well, let's move on to a slightly warmer climate, shall we? Back to a more familiar type of terrain for our tiger.
Sounds good to me. Where are we headed?
How about the forests of North America? Tiger versus grizzly bear.
Now this is a matchup that gets people talking, a little more even, at least on paper.
Yeah, grizzly bears, they're not messing around.
Yeah.
Huge, powerful, used to taking down large prey.
But tigers, they're no slouches either. Those reflexes, those claws.
And that killer instinct, honed over generations.
Right. So the question is, could that be enough to overcome the grizzly's brute strength?
See, this is where it gets interesting, right? Because the grizzly bear might have the edge in size and pure power.
But the tiger's got speed, agility. Could that allow it to, outmaneuver the grizzlies, land some crucial blows?
So more of a battle of attrition. Grizzly trying to wear the tiger down, tiger relying on precision and speed.
I think that's a pretty accurate picture, yeah. And then you factor in the environment, too. Dense forest might favor the tiger's agility. More open area, grizzly might have the advantage.
Tough call. But from what I've read, most sources seem to give a slight edge to the grizzly.
Mostly due to that endurance. Grizzly bears, they can take a beating and keep coming back for more.
Stamina. Who knew it was such a valuable weapon?
Sometimes it's not just about raw power. Okay, last one in our heavyweight category. This one might surprise you.
Oh, lay it on me.
Tiger versus gorilla.
Wait, really? A gorilla?
I know, it's not the first matchup that comes to mind. And I think it's important to remember, gorillas, they're not predators in the same way tigers are.
Yeah, their strength is mostly about defense, protecting their group, right?
Exactly. Herbivores mainly. Plants are their thing, not hunting and killing the way a tiger does.
But still, those arms, that grip strength. You can't deny the power there.
Oh, for sure. A gorilla could definitely inflict some damage if it got a hold of the tiger.
But the tiger's speed, those claws.
And that bite force. One of the strongest in the animal kingdom, don't forget.
Right, so when you combine that with the tiger's experience as a hunter, its predatory instincts.
It does seem like the tiger would have the upper hand in a fight.
All right, we've seen the tiger go up against some truly massive opponents. But up next, we're taking things in a completely different direction.
All right, welcome back to our ultimate animal battles. We've seen some incredible matchups so far, but now we're getting into the truly unexpected.
Yeah, we're going beyond the usual suspects. Think outside the box.
Pushing the boundaries of what's possible, even if these fights would, probably never happen in the wild.
It's all about exploring those what-if scenarios, right?
Exactly. It forces us to think about animal adaptations in new ways, how they might fare against challenges they'd never actually face.
Okay, I'm ready for some mind-blowing matchups. Hit me.
First up, we're going air versus ground. Tiger versus eagle.
Whoa, okay. King of the jungle versus, well, the king of the skies. Tough one to call.
You'd think, right? Eagle, flight, the tiger, stuck on the ground, case closed.
Yeah, that's what I'd think too.
But there's a twist. Tigers are actually pretty good leapers.
Really? I never pictured them as, like, high jumpers.
Well, they've been recorded jumping over 10 feet high in some cases. Not to reach an eagle, of course, but
enough to maybe, like, defend themselves if an eagle swooped down too close.
Exactly. Those claws could inflict some serious damage. And eagles, they've got those talons, that beak.
Ouch. This is a fight I'd want to watch from a safe distance. But even if the tiger landed a blow, wouldn't the eagle just fly away, come back for another attack?
True, that's the advantage of flight. Hit and run tactics. But eagles, they're more vulnerable on the ground, Not built for a long ground fight.
So it's all about timing then, right? Tiger needs to exploit that brief moment when the eagle's in reach. Eagle needs to stay out of those claws.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Two completely different predators, completely different strengths, and how they might clash.
All right, let's get even more wild. How about this? Tiger versus anaconda.
Oh, that's a good one. Muscle versus constriction?
I'm trying to picture this in my head, and it's kind of terrifying.
Well, think about it. You've got the tiger, all speed and agility, those powerful claws.
And then the anaconda, just this massive, powerful snake crushing its prey.
The sources I looked at really highlight the tiger's agility as being key here. It would have to be incredibly fast, evasive.
Dodging those coils, trying to find a way to strike back, those claws would be crucial, right?
For sure. Trying to rake at the anaconda, inflict some damage, create some space.
But could a tiger really overcome that crushing power? I mean, anacondas swallow whole crocodiles.
The anaconda is definitely a force to be reckoned with, no doubt. But you can't underestimate the tiger's fighting spirit, its tenacity.
I feel like the environment would play a huge role here, too.
Yeah.
Dense jungle, the tiger might be able to use its agility better.
You're right. Terrain could be a deciding factor in a fight like this.
Okay, one more crazy matchup. Tiger versus Komodo dragon.
Now, this one brings in a whole new element, venom.
Yeah, those Komodo dragons, they're notorious for that. A little scared for the tiger on this one, to be honest.
Their venom is no joke. It weakens prey, causes massive blood loss.
So avoid getting bitten at all costs.
That's the tiger's best bet, for sure. Speed and agility, that's what it would need to rely on.
Stay out of reach of those jaws. But even a glancing blow could be dangerous, right?
Absolutely. The tiger would have to be incredibly cautious, precise with its attacks.
This is a battle I don't know if I could predict. I'm pulling for the tiger, though.
Well, it would certainly be a test of its skill and adaptability.
All right, well, we've covered some truly mind-blowing matchups today.
Eagles, anacondas, Komodo dragons.
Yeah.
It makes you realize just how incredible the animal kingdom really is.
And how much we still don't know.
Yeah.
So many different adaptations, strategies for survival.
It's a constant reminder that nature is full of surprises.
If there's one thing we've learned from our ultimate tiger battles, it's that it's not always about brute force.
It's about being adaptable, resourceful, using your strengths to overcome challenges.
Well said. And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into the ultimate tiger battles. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for another exciting exploration of the natural world.